Hello, and welcome to page 44 of Volume 2 of my graphic novel of comic strips titled Found Earth. We're 2/3 of the way through this volume, and I believe any page now we're going to start coming across some style change with the inking. I discovered a new pen and a new method of inking, and I really liked it. So I adopted it, and slowly and surely, over a few pages, it starts to take shape. Special thanks to Amanda for becoming an executive producer for these videos. I really appreciate you joining us on Patreon. So this page has the robots discussing the angel coming back and saying that they have to leave the cave. And there's a bit of confusion. They don't really like being told what to do, even though they're not really sure what they're supposed to be doing themselves. But they know they don't like being told what to do. And there's a lot of people like that. It goes back to them being comfortable where they're at. They found out that they've grown complacent in their comfortableness, and they don't want change. It scares them. It disrupts. It disrupts the known, and that's probably why they don't want to just jump up and leave. And so now they're trying to find every excuse possible to not leave. They're working themselves up to discuss every excuse possible to not leave. And sometimes when we're confronted with change, whether it's voluntary or forced upon us, that's what we do. We try to reason with it. We try to argue with the world or the circumstances, and life just isn't like that. If life demands change, it demands change. It even the robot with the one eye, Robot 3, goes so far as to say, well, maybe he's just jealous of our place. And as the water's dripping from the ceiling onto his face, he's an angel. He's not going to be jealous. The world isn't jealous of you. The world just demands that you change when it says it's time to change. The first 3 panels are told from the point of view of the spider that get conked in the head. I thought that would be a humorous way to introduce the scene. I'm not sure how long that spider has been wobbling around like that, but the funny is in the exaggeration, I think. It was also a lot of sitting around and talking. There wasn't a lot of action or motion in this page, and so I needed a way to give it some variation, some variance in what was going on the page. So I thought that was a neat little way to do it. I like to switch things up and show things from different points of view, from a different character's points of view. This page looks like I'm still using regular felt tip pens, micron pens and such, to ink. I really enjoyed drawing the details in the cave, and going really small with all the details. Kind of reminds me of Todd McFarlane or Rob Liefeld. The image group of artists from the 90s. They got really, really small and detailed. Unfortunately, I think some of that detail gets lost when you go to print it in the book. I noticed some of that when I printed off the first volume. I lost some of the detail in the shrinking down. But I really enjoyed that 3-panel sequence with the third robot number 3 with the big eye. Got to play with time a little bit. So to go along, with this page, when change comes, you may just have to accept it sometimes. And no amount of sitting around and working yourself up about it, or arguing about it, or coming up with excuses is going to change that. It's not going to stop it. The problem with a lot of people is they get stuck with the discussion and the coming up with excuses, and they end up not changing or not reaching their full potential or not getting to that next level because they just sit around and talk about it. And so stuff doesn't get done. And sometimes people end up bitter and angry that the change happened because they never get around to what was next. They get lost in that limbo. And it's very important, I think, to, if you need to, take a moment and mourn what you're going to lose when change comes. But then keep going. Accept the change. See where it takes you. Ride the wave. I think that's the lesson to take from these robots on this page. You can't sit around and talk and complain about it forever and come up with excuses because it's happening. There's a phrase that I picked up at work: if you're not changing, you're done. Change is always going to come. Ride the wave. It could be better. So we're at the 8-minute mark on this video. I want to thank everybody for watching this. I want to thank my patrons on Patreon for contributing and helping out and supporting the work. Amanda, thank you. And Joe, thank you very much. The music credits are at the bottom at about the 7-minute mark. They own all the music. I'm just using it. It's all Creative Commons, so the lawyers won't come after me. If you want to follow the artwork or my artwork from the outside a little more closely, outside of this stuff and some of my prep work, head over to Instagram and follow me there.
It's YouTube music.
I tend to post at least something every day during the week. The weekends are off and on because I'm working on the book. I'm also on youtube.com/dreamofart, number 1. And I'm also on Twitter at Alan Dunlap 15, I think is what my name is there. So, thank you very much for watching and for listening. I hope you enjoy the music. If you have a kind of music that you like, let me know in comments somewhere, or email me or text me, or however you get a hold of me, and I'll try to find some music along the lines of what kind of music you like as well. Alright, I hope you have a good week. Change is coming. Complain, accept, keep going. Ride the wave. Have fun. Talk to you next week.